Have you ever thought about what you think about? We all have good thoughts and not so good thoughts. Sometimes our thoughts are personal, and they can shape how we see each other. And even how we see ourselves. Let's be real. Our thoughts can be overwhelming. So how do we know what is true?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3. We're so excited that you guys are tuning in and watching this today, because today what we're going to be talking about is something that is so incredibly important. It's something that every single one of us who is watching today has, and that is our thoughts. This is such an incredibly important conversation, and we're so excited to show you guys how our thoughts determine our actions, and our actions determine our quality of life. But have you guys ever thought about how interesting it is on how our thoughts take us in different directions? We're so excited to show this in a game we call Word Association. This is going to be such a fun game. I'm going to bring a couple volunteers up. I'm going to ask them a statement. I'm going to tell them a statement. And as soon as I say it, they have to give me an answer right away. We're going to show how many of us think differently when it comes to these statements. Here we go. We're going to start right here. All right, we've got our first contestant right here. His name is Roman Perez. He goes by Rome for short. All right, y'all, we're here with contestant number 2. We've got Kayla right here. Kayla, are you ready to go?
Yes.
Yes, she's ready to go. That was confident right there. All right, guys, I'm here with my good friend Olive. Olive, how you doing?
Good.
All right, y'all, I'm here with the last contestant, Luke. Luke, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he says. Okay, here we go. Here's the first one. Name something that is difficult to eat without teeth.
Chicken.
Carrots.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Don't think. Pig? She said pig. Number 2. Name something that gives you chills.
Scary movie.
Spiders.
Spiders.
Cold. Ice.
Ice gives him chills. Name an animal that you can fit in your hand.
Rabbit. Snake.
Snake. Some snakes.
Pig.
Can you fit a pig in your hand? Name the best gas station snack.
Cheez-Its.
Water. Ice cream. Burger.
Burger. You get a burger at gas stations? Don't get burgers at gas stations. Name a superhero.
Oh, Captain America.
Spider-Man.
Superman.
Iron Man.
Iron Man. Name an appliance that's on your kitchen counter.
Coffee maker. Toaster.
Knife.
A knife. Is that an appliance?
A towel.
A towel is not an appliance. How about I re-say that? Name an appliance that's on your kitchen counter.
A fork. Is that an appliance?
Okay. If you guys know Luke, can you just tell him what an appliance is? One more time. Name an appliance that's on your kitchen counter.
Blender.
Name the best fast food place to stop at a road trip.
Buc-ee's.
Taco Bell. I wouldn't suggest that.
Whataburger.
Waterburger is what she said. As you guys can see, we all think differently. And honestly, guys, that's the beautiful thing about our minds. And that's what we're going to unpack in today's episode. Now I'm going to turn it over to one of my very good friends, Chloe, for the next segment.
Isn't it interesting that someone could describe a person, a place, or an experience in one way, but we perceive it in a completely different way? We've invited 2 North Point staff members to illustrate this. So what we're going to do is we're going to blindfold them one at a time, hand them objects, and have them describe the objects in negative and vague ways. This will create a super false image in their brains, and that's what we want to do. All right, let's check it out.
Hi, this is Ashley. Hi, this is Mel. Are you excited today, Ash?
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited too. Let's go. Okay.
Ew, it's disgusting. It smells. It's very musky. It's very hairy.
Is it matte?
It has fangs. It looks like it wants to eat me.
A bat?
Like it's trying to taste me, maybe.
that has claws. A monster.
Stuff is dripping out of its mouth.
Oh no! Oh no!
It has a tail.
It's an animal. It's an animal, and it's a smelly animal. I hear something.
It has a slimy nose. It makes scary sounds. It's attacking you.
Is it not? Can I touch it?
Yes. That's me.
I know what it is. Small dog.
It is. It's some kind of cute shepherd thing.
Hi. What is it? It's something super gross.
I love it already.
All right, Mel, are you ready to guess this object?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it kind of smells
Okay.
just a little bit
What does it smell like?
like dirt and sweat.
Oh.
And I think it might eat everything in sight. It might be on America's Most Wanted one day. Don't know what it might do. I don't know if it'll be functioning in like 3 years, but maybe in like,
What is it?
it might be awake all hours of the day. Like,
Oh.
I don't think it sleeps.
Is it some kind of bird?
Do I look?
It wears things. It moves a lot, lots of energy. It moves. I think it actually does how they say the hip hop.
It does the hip hop?
It might do the hip hop.
Is it one of my children?
You know, maybe.
Is it really? Can I take Is it Ella? It's Ella!
Love
I
you.
love you. Good job, baby.
Okay, well, that was so much fun. Love describing fun, cute things in horrible ways. We want to take y'all to go see Jordan now. Did I go cross-eyed there at the end?
Hey everybody, in just a couple of minutes, we are going to get to hear from Bailey Cox about how our thoughts determine our actions, and our actions then determine the life that we experience. Before that though, we had a little bit of fun this week with Mr. P, a professional hypnotist. We thought we should let you know up front, it's not magic or anything weird like that, but it does show you just how powerful our subconscious thoughts can be, especially when we let somebody else influence those thoughts. So have some fun at the expense of a couple of our students, and then we'll continue our conversation.
My name is Mr. P, and what I'm getting ready to do is show you different phenomena in hypnosis. So what I'm going to do is take all of the participants right now on a journey of imagination, if that's okay with you. What's your favorite color? Pink or purple? I'm going to do some mind magic. She's already hypnotized because she already told me that purple is her favorite color. Okay, don't move your feet, okay? Perfect. Do me a favor, ma'am. As you're looking straight there, you see that red light? Let your eyelids close. Take a deep breath in. Let it out and relax. Take a real deep breath as you deeply can. And sleep. All the way down. Deeper sleep. And the more you relax, the better you feel. The more you relax, just drifting. 1, 2, 3, wide awake. Hey, do me a favor. Have a seat in the chair, right here. Is it okay? Are you okay?
Yes.
Put your hands here, just like this. Palms, back in your lap. Here, here. Look at your palms. Just look at them. When you can visualize, look at your palms. Person that I'm touching on the left shoulder, anytime I suggest the words alphabet soup, you meow like a cat. Nod your head that you understand. You, the person that I'm touching on the right hand, you have forgotten your name. You either remember to forget or forget to remember. But the strange thing is, the more you try to remember, the funnier it becomes. My name's Mr. P, by the way. Stay there. Stay on that side. What's your name, ma'am? Taylor. Pleased to meet you, Taylor. That's a lovely red chair. What's your name? Celeste, pleasure to meet you. And your name, sir? Carson, pleasure to meet you. And ma'am? How you doing? My name's Mr. P. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back to you. You're so excited. You look so excited. Are you excited? Okay. How you doing? What's your name?
Audrey.
Pleasure to meet you. Huh? Say it again.
Audrey.
What's your name? Okay, it's okay. It's okay. How you doing? What's your name?
Klein.
Huh?
Klein.
Klein. Pleasure to meet you, Klein. And that's young Mr. X right there. I'm Mr. P. What was your name again, by the way? Anyway, can you remember what type of soup you like at least? Like Campbell noodle soup or alphabet soup? What is her name? Michael. What's your name? Pleasure to meet you. Michael, right? What's your name?
Michael.
See, I know the Michael that invented alphabet soup. Carson, right?
Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you. Huh? Sleep. Your tongue has just been stolen. What's so funny, Carson?
No. What?
What? Let me hear you count from 1 to 10.
10, 8,
And it just gets madder and
9, and the number N.
madder. The number N. In what number?
N.
Right now, in a moment, there is no such thing as the number 3. Eyes are open on the count of 2. 0, 1, 2. By the way, so anyway, how many digits on your hands do you have? How many fingers? How many? You got 10 fingers? You sure? You got 10 fingers? What are these? Thumbs. Okay. Ooh. If you have to exit the stage, please exit on the stairs and the stairs only, guys. Only on the stairs and the stairs only, okay? But anyway, so
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
how many digits do you have?
11.
How many are you supposed to have?
10.
Yeah.
Let's count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Sleep. You do me a favor, count your fingers in your thumbs. You touch them and count them.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
All the funny suggestions that have been done on stage are totally gone at this very moment. You know how to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on, all the way up to as far as you want to count. You know that number 3. You even know your correct name. No longer meowing like a cat if someone says alphabet soup. All of those silly suggestions are gone. And the last thing you know, you were coming up on stage to be hypnotized. And when I say ABC 1, 2, 3, remember, you'll be like, boop, and everything that has happened returns to you as if you have photographic memory. Well, I think I'm running out of time, actually. I don't know if I have any time. I wasted a lot of time talking to the audience and everything. So, have you ever been hypnotized, though?
No.
Have you ever been hypnotized?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever been hypnotized?
Nope.
Have you ever been hypnotized? So what happens if I say, look out there? What happens if I say ABC? Look out that way. What happens when I say ABC 1, 2, 3? Remember. What do you remember?
Getting hypnotized.
Were you hypnotized? You just said you weren't hypnotized. What are you laughing at? What are you guys laughing at? What about you?
I was like upside down.
Upside down? Upside down? Where?
Do you ever stop and think about what you think about? For me, this question sounded kind of weird at first, and my quick answer was, well, yeah, of course I think about what I think about. But if we were to really analyze every thought we have about ourselves and our outlook on life, positive or negative, and how it affects us, I don't think that would be our answer every time. I know for me, more often than not, I find that my entire day can be shifted in a good way or a bad way based off one thought I might have. Comparison is something I've struggled with a lot, as I'm sure we all do from time to time. For me, one of those thoughts is I wished I looked like them. Whether I'm comparing athleticism or my appearance or my personality, these thoughts can get really out of control really fast for me. This can shift my entire day because I can feel super confident in myself one second and then think this and be insecure in comparing myself to everyone I see the rest of the day. But I didn't think this was too big of a deal in the moment because I never thought about what I thought about. What we don't always realize in the moment is that our life is always moving in the direction of our strongest thoughts. For example, if I went to school, well, not really if I went to school, but if I stayed in my room during school and I told myself every day that I was doing really good and I was trying my best and I was getting a lot done, I would most likely have a really good, productive day where I felt proud of what I did. It might even make me eager for the next class or assignment I have because I know I'm going to achieve something and be proud of it. But on the flip side of that, if I were to tell myself every day that because school is different this year it's bad, or because I'm struggling on a subject I'm not smart or I'm not putting enough effort in, my motivation to do school or anything productive that helps me would naturally go down. What about you? Is there a thought you constantly have that feels overwhelming or exhausting? Do you ever stress or wonder about the future? Do you ever wonder if you're liked or respected? Or do you ever wonder if you're enough? These are big thoughts that can shape how we live our life. This is because our thoughts direct our actions and our actions determine our quality of life. If I think about something enough times, it will eventually direct my actions, which inevitably determines my quality of life. What's crazy about the thoughts we have is that our brain can redefine itself along one thought. And that one thought can create a path in our mind that spirals and makes it so much easier to think that in the future. And as a result, we could end up believing something that may not be true. I think we all have one or even multiple thoughts that are persistent in our minds every day. But have you ever stopped and asked yourself the question, is that true? A lot of the time, our thoughts about ourselves aren't true. We tend to be our hardest critics, and because of this, we can overlook so much of who God says we are. God says you're perfectly made in His image. God says you're worthy, and God says you're enough. But we still feed ourselves these lies about who we think we are. Think about what would happen if we told ourselves every day the truths God says about us rather than the lies we tell ourselves. Paul wrote a book in the Bible called Romans, and Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." Are you conforming to the thoughts you believe about yourself that you know aren't true of you? The longer we think these lies about ourselves, the more our brain conforms around those thoughts. But what would it actually look like to renew our minds to think the things that are really true, the things that God says about us? Now, I know this is way harder to do than it is to say, and I still struggle with this, as I'm sure we all do from time to time. I think the best way that we can begin to renew our minds and start believing what God says is true is to first identify the number one lie that is holding you back. This lie would be anything that doesn't align with what God says about us. So for me, that's the thoughts I have when I say I wished I looked like them. And after we identify that lie that always brings you down, always ruins your day, or always keeps you from doing that thing that you love, the second thing we can do is name the truth that demolishes that lie. When I tell myself I wished I looked like them, it doesn't align with what God says about me because God says I'm made perfect in His image. And for you, whether it's that you're not good enough or smart enough or pretty enough or whatever lie you're telling yourself, find and listen to what God says about who you really are and tell yourself that instead. The more you think that about yourself, the faster your brain will redefine itself into actually believing it. This isn't always easy, and a lot of the time we don't even realize we're doing it because we're so used to thinking those thoughts. But imagine if we were able to renew our minds around the truths God says about us rather than the lies we tell ourselves. Imagine if we were able to tell ourselves that we're doing good and believe it, or that we're smart enough or pretty enough or worth it and believe it. I think not only would we not be held back nearly as much, but we would also want to live life fuller because of that. If we thought about what we thought about, we could potentially transform our mind into believing everything God says about us.
Bailey just talked about how important it is to identify the lies that fill our minds so we can abolish them with what's true of us. So now we're going to play a game to see if we can identify the lies about each other. This game is called True Confessions. So how this game works is we each have 2 envelopes right in front of us, and inside are 2 statements about ourselves. One of them is a truth and one of them is a lie. We're going to take turns reading them, and we're going to have to decide which one is the truth and which one is the lie about ourselves.
Let's get started.
Okay, so which one of you guys wants to go first?
Yeah, I think Megan's got it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, which one?
I say we go number 2.
Okay, I was gonna say one, but I'll go with
But it's
Okay, number 2. I once accidentally ate half a bottle of vinegar in one sitting.
I don't think that's humanly possible.
I feel like that's true.
She said I actually ate
cider?
half a bottle of.
No, like
She ate the bottle? She ate the bottle!
it was like last year for my mom's birthday, right? And we went to the Cheesecake Factory. And so my dad, he got like fish. You know the vinegar you put on fish? It's like
Okay.
malt vinegar.
Malt vinegar,
You know what I mean? I had a bite of his fish. I don't really like fish, but I was like, this vinegar is tasting kind of good. And so then I had French fries, and I was just dipping away in the vinegar. I don't really know, but I left the Cheesecake Factory, and the bottle was half empty.
That's believable.
I was going off on my
genuinely
vinegar.
believe
I thought you
that's
just
true.
like chugged like half a bottle of vinegar.
You know what? I like that better. Okay. Wait, can I ask a question? Is it? Never mind. Wait. My biggest fear in the whole world at one point was fires.
I feel like that's not a narrative that she would make up. As crafty as she is, I just
You think?
believe it.
You think?
I feel like you also told me
Well,
the story.
why were you so scared of the fires?
So
Wait, I feel like that's true too. Can they both be true?
No.
Oh.
Do we vote?
that was my question. Because I'm gonna be honest. So as we've just found out, I did mess up the game, and these are both, of course, true, and one was supposed to be a lie.
Bruh.
So I'm sorry. We're just gonna move past it.
My right foot is an inch longer than my left foot.
Okay.
I feel like that's something you would
I'd
have
have something to
said.
say
Yeah.
about it.
I think you would have things
You
to
might
say
have.
about that.
You might have claimed. that
Also,
fact
I
to
feel
be
like your
yours.
sister maybe has that. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait to see the second one, but
Okay, yeah.
I don't feel
Alright.
great about it.
Would you like
Okay.
me to read the second one?
I would love you for you to
Alright,
read the
second
second
one is I have 4 baby teeth in my pocket. Thoughts?
Luke is just shocked.
I just wasn't prepared for something like.
Okay, I
I'm
think it
also-
might just be wishful thinking. I want that to be true.
I'm also fairly certain she doesn't have pockets.
What if it's in the pocket of? Oh shoot! Wait, maybe it's got a secret pocket.
Oh. that
Maybe
is
it's a
true.
metaphorical pocket. I want the baby teeth to be true.
I can't come to a consensus.
Wow. I'm going baby teeth is true.
I guess we'll go with that.
Stop.
You don't. No, you don't.
Sorry, 1 second.
Ew.
Let's skip. Okay, here we go.
Oh boy.
I dressed up as a big candy corn for Halloween when I was younger.
Okay.
Shall I move on to the second one?
How old were you? What's younger?
Younger, between the age of like 8 and 10, to be quite honest.
Did you eat any candy corn that day, probably?
No, I hate
Do you
candy
like
corn,
candy
to be
corn?
quite honest.
Oh, but
I
he
hate
hates candy corn.
Yeah. But
Okay.
here's the best part. I got these big pants.
Oh wow.
I put a hula hoop through it, right? So it actually became my
cone.
candy bag.
Oh.
And I
what?
just grabbed the candy and tossed it right down there.
Were they cuffed at the bottom?
Yeah, they were
Okay,
cuffed.
cool.
I just wasn't.
want to make sure.
Oh,
Sounds good.
I
So
want
are
it to be true,
Are
but
we
we'll
moving
see.
on to the second
Yeah,
one? Okay, here we go.
we'll see.
I got into a fist fight in private school.
That also sounds true. I feel like you said this.
Yeah, so that was pretty.
Can I explain my my troubles with this one?
Yeah.
So one of my favorite facts about Luke Woodruff is that he was homeschooled. So I'm confused in the timeline where he went to private school.
What was the school's name?
It's kindergarten.
Where was the school? San Marcos?
San Marcos, yes, indeed.
That aligns, but I also didn't feed it to him by saying San Marcos. What was the kid's name?
I don't know. I didn't want to talk to him after that one. I feel
You
like
were provoked to
he was-
hit a man that you didn't know?
He was a
Come on.
It makes sense. There's details in there with the age. This, he doesn't know his school's name. I fed him that he went to school in San Marcos. I fed him that.
That's gotta be a lie. I'm
Are we going with lie on
buzzing
that
in.
one?
Number 2 is a lie. That's me
the
buzzing in.
truth.
Are you serious?
I lied about that one.
Oh wow, we were wrong. Oh,
It was actually my best friend that dressed up as this, and I dressed up as a spider.
Oh wow.
You can insert a picture here. It's pretty awesome if you ask me.
I feel bamboozled.
I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed. I've gotta go.
And that's wired.
Just
And here are my teeth.
throughout the day.